let people psych you out, and then you read the Bible, you miss all the important points. I'm telling you. We'll do a number on Exodus one day. Reread it though. Check it out. So I was telling the sister when I was over here, check out how rebellious those Israelites were. They were chosen not because they were better than other people. They were chosen because they were so hard-headed and rebellious. Check it out. They were rebelling at every minute. Oh, we were better off in Egypt. No, you brought us out here to be killed. They nearly hung Moses about 3 or 4 times. He came within an inch of being lynched. And God came in and wanted to smote him down I don't know how many times. And the only person stood between them was Moses. Wait a minute, don't take him yet. Check it out. Watch him negotiate with God. Watch when he gets to the border of the promised land. And he doesn't smoke the people in the promised land with a disease so the Israelites could walk in there. He is this all-seeing, all-knowing God that says, Moses, you got to go over there and spy on these people yourself and get what? Intelligence and bring it back. So that you can what? Get the land that I promised you by what? War. By war. By fighting. And I'm telling you that, and particularly those, just leave it all on the Lord kind of folk. You understand? God promised them the land. But at the same time, they had to do what?
Yeah.
Fight for it. You have to understand that. Here he is all powerful and all knowing. He just didn't open it up to the. He just said, you're here, you're my favorite children, walk on in. Not at all. You're going to fight for it. As a matter of fact, you notice the first battle, so they even lost, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah. Notice that. Check it out. Check it out. Even if it's promised to you, you still got to fight for it. There's no way out of it. Got to fight for it. Check out how they were psyched out when they went in. Even though it was promised to them, they were spooked out, weren't they? I think he sent about 12 of them over there, and 10 of them were psyched out. Oh, they're giants, they're invisible, we can't be. Boy, they were really belly aching then. That's when they almost got Moses there, within an inch of his life. And you could hear him hollering and wailing all night long in the camp. Ah! We were better off back in slavery. You brought us out here to be killed. The whole thing. And even God in there, and you read it, you don't have to believe me as your preacher tell you. You read it. You read it for yourself. He said, man, I ought to just, get rid of these people. No, so wait a minute, cool out, man. And it's interesting the way he negotiates, It's not just, he talks to him. It's not, how are you going to look promising these people this land, and everybody else knows you promised to them, you led us through here with this pillar of fire and all that bit. And then you get right here and do what? Kill them. What are people going to say about you? So, okay. So he changed his mind. All right. But those of you who were frightened, and did what they were promised the land, and yet, despite the fact that they were promised, they were still frightened. They felt like the people that they were facing, except for 2 of them, they could not defeat. They were invincible. And you remember what God did to them. Let them stay out there 40 more years to wipe out those cowards. So only those of you who believed that these people could be overcome, and your children will be permitted into the promised land. The rest of you who didn't believe, you're going by the wayside. Now, we have a promised land, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to have to fight for it. Understand? And we have an enemy and a group of people who to many of us appear invincible. Appear as if they're impossible to overthrow. Who have destroyed our self-confidence. And who make us think that we could not build a world superior to the one that they have here today. And therefore we feel like we need them in the world. Yeah, we're facing, we have the same thing. We've been psyched out. Oh, they got the atomic bomb. Oh, they got this bomb. Oh, If they weren't in the world was going to the dark ages, this kind of thing. We had that kind of attitude, you know. We had that kind of attitude. And look what is happening to our people. The cowardice that we are showing is showing itself up in crack addiction. Yes, in self-destructive criminality, in bad living and unhealthy living. All kinds of problems, because there are a whole bunch of people who believe that they cannot change this world, who have accepted this mean world the way it is, and now live in frustration, bitterness, and disappointment, and try to cover it over with all kinds of sinful pleasures and self-destructive habits. And only those of us will get to this promised land who know in our hearts that this European can be overthrown and done in.